Good morning, welcome back to Ashwood Urban Homestead. Today I'm showing you my really poorly colored Welsh Harlequin Drake. When I was starting out with Welsh Harlequins, I was really struggling to find the difference between pet quality and a bird that's actually breedable. And this guy is my son's favorite bird, but he is not good quality whatsoever. If you can see his head, I know that the lighting's really poor because of the way the sun is right now, but his head is supposed to be green, and yet he has a lot of gray patching still in his head. Now, when he was a baby, he was the only one out of all of my Welsh Harlequin ducklings that had mallard striping on his head. And at the time, I didn't know that that was something that you automatically get rid of. You don't breed back in your flock, and I have not bred him. Luckily I learned before then, but he is my son's pet, unfortunately. It seems that kids always keep the animals that you'd like to dispatch of or take out of your breeding programs. But another issue with this guy is that his beak is actually, you can't really tell in the video, but it's more yellow than green. Welsh Harlequin Drakes, they're supposed to have green beaks with a blackish gray dot at the end. It should be a black dot. Sometimes it looks gray, but also another flaw that he has is, you can't tell from the video, but he's actually much larger than all the other ducks in our flock. Your duck should not be too squatty and blocky, but likewise, they shouldn't be much larger than all the other ducks, especially the other drakes in the flock. These ducks are a smaller breed of duck. They are mostly used for eggs, but they can also be used as a roasting duck. Now, they're not going to dress out, you're not going to get a lot of meat of them, but if you eat quail and you have extra drakes in your flock, might as well eat those too. You know, it's not going to be a ton of meat. It's not going to be anything comparable to your Pekin ducks or other meat ducks, but it keeps your drakes from going to waste, and you know, gives you a purpose for all the extra ducks in your flock. Now, if you also notice right here, he has a chestnut brown on his chest, and of course he's walking away, but on his thigh he has it disappears. It turns white. And this drake back here, the chestnut brown extends down over his leg, and it should be extending down over their legs. If you notice that their bottom parts are just completely white and the brown disappears, then you also have a pet quality drake. Now, I do not have any pet quality hens. Because we're planning on moving, we actually got rid of most of our Welsh Harlequin hens altogether. But what I can tell you is that if your Welsh Harlequin hen has a yellow beak, that is definitely pet quality. That is not something you want to breed into your flock. So this isn't a long, highly detailed video, but if you have a few questions, small questions about pet quality and what you definitely don't want to keep, those are some things to look out for. Do not keep super short, super blocky, super heavy birds. Also, likewise, do not keep birds that have mallard striping on their heads. And do not keep birds that are extremely large compared to the rest of your flock. Now, I'm not talking about the difference between a drake and a hen. I'm talking about the difference between two drakes. Luckily, this guy wants to come back out again. And as you can see, his sides are completely white. And again, he just has really poor coloring overall. And see right there on his flank, you can see it's just solid white, whereas that chestnut brown on his chest should come all the way down and extend over his legs. So this is 100% a pet quality bird, and really he's not going to be bred back into a flock whatsoever. So these are one of the main questions that I had whenever I was starting out with Welsh Harlequins. I was really confused on what should be bred back and what wasn't. And of course, if you're in the UK, your standards for breeding Welsh Harlequins are a bit different than what we breed here in the United States. So that's something definitely to consider. But this will at least give you an idea of what to look for.